days. We don't.
I just can't do basic sandwiches.
Oh, no, this isn't basic.
Yeah.
This is number 7.
Yeah, I have a lot of, like, if I'm going to make a sandwich, I'm going to make a sandwich. There's going to be stuff on it. I'm going to, like, take time, toast the bread.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, put the proper amount of condiments, get some vegetables on there.
Oh, yeah. You're like Ann.
It's going to be, it's going to, like, it's going to be an operation to eat it.
Yeah, that's Ann. Ann is, you got to take a sandwich seriously.
Yeah, I can't do the lunch meat and the cheese and, like, some bread. That's not the life for me.
Yeah, you got to take sandwiches. This is a real industry now. You can't just make it up.
Yeah, same with salads.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something with it.
Like, if I can't taste the dressing, it's
What's the point?
Yeah.
15 minutes, former tight end Pro Bowler Chris Cooley. He's really good. He's going to be joining us to talk about the Tebow thing. I just don't think Tebow's good enough to be a NFL tight end. I don't think he was good enough to be an NFL quarterback. He's certainly not going to change positions. Best for last, I'll give you the schedules coming out tonight. There's 5 or 6 teams I'm really interested in their NFL schedules tonight. But first, full NFL schedule released tonight on Fox Sports Run, right here. But we got a sneak peek of week 1 this morning, and I could not be more excited. The NFL is really smart. They do a couple things really well. They understand that they're a television show. So they spread their events out and make them events. Every month has an event. You got free agency. You got the draft. You got the combine. You got the preseason. You got the schedule release. I mean, they put it right in the middle of the week, Wednesday, knowing that guys like me are going to talk about it today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and some guys talk about it Friday. Put it right in the middle of the week. They drop it right before the NBA playoffs because sports is going to get a little cluttered here next week. So they put it right. They think about everything. And then when the NFL does have problems, they address them quickly. I mean, Major League Baseball has a 3-year problem. I don't know, feels like a big deal. Nobody can hit anymore. You may want to address it. Crickets. NBA lost a third of its audience last 2 years. Stars don't play in the biggest games. You may want to address it. NFL changed their catch rule before the Super Bowl. Like in the game. Like, we got to make this better on television. So the schedule today is perfect. They think about everything. They think about everything in the NFL. Great example. Cowboys, Buccaneers. So you get the biggest brand in the NFL against the best team. And it's also, I think, going to be a competitive game because the Cowboys' offensive line is old and you don't get 17 games out of it. But in week 1, little Super Bowl win hangover for Tampa, loving themselves. They got the feels for themselves. Here comes Dallas. Zeke's healthy, O-line healthy. Competitive football game. But just look at how thoughtful they were here. So Jets-Panthers is a 1 o'clock game. Now, if you played that, Joy, in week 9, nobody cares. But Sam Darnold faces the team that dumped him week 1 and faces his heir apparent week 1. Hell yeah, I'm watching. That's exactly when you put that. That game is less interesting every week. By week 6, nobody cares. But they put it week 1. They thought about it. Seahawks at the Colts, 2 Super Bowl contenders. Browns at the Chiefs, AFC Championship contenders. Oh, Dolphins, Patriots. When is Belichick most vulnerable? September. That's his history. So they bring in Brian Flores. It's Belichick against his protege. It could be Tua against Mac Jones. Then they go Packers, Saints, 2 massive brands. They collide. Plus, we all want to watch that, right? Fox puts that the late game. Aaron Rodgers, even if he's there, he hates the team. He hates the GM. He's all upset. And then you go Monday night. Oh, by the way, Bears, Rams, NBC. Why does that matter? First of all, Chicago, LA, huge markets. But why it matters is because Matt Stafford and Sean McVay, there is a feeling in Vegas and the betting community, Stafford's going to have a massive year. So the NFL doesn't want to wait to start that story. The NFL week 1, they're going to put at night on NBC. They're going to put Matt Stafford and McVay. Week 1, Sean McVay has been a great September coach. A bunch of new tricks like Andy Reid in the offseason. He's a very good play designer. Suddenly you got Stafford with a big win. Stafford with a lot of points. It's not going to be cruddy weather. Bears in LA, big brand, Matt Stafford, Sean McVay, and the story's rolling. Then Monday Night Football, John Gruden used to broadcast on it. John Gruden and the Raiders host the Ravens. By the way, if the Raiders were at Baltimore, it could be a blowout. But in Vegas, so you're going to get the Cowboys against the Super Bowl champs, Vegas, Los Angeles. Here's the other thing. Here's how smart they are. This is a true story. What I'm about to tell you is a true story. And this is where the NFL works very well with their TV partners. So the 4 o'clock window, 4:25 on Fox, they have the Broncos game against the Giants and the Packers game. Color me non-coincidental, if Aaron Rodgers does go to the Broncos, Fox doesn't have to change the games. Fox has them both. So if Aaron goes, I'm going to Denver, get me out of here, Fox has both the Green Bay game and the Denver game. They cover themselves. That is thoughtful. That is smart. Years ago, not many years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I'm not going to say the network, but one of the networks literally had to call Major League Baseball about their schedule. I'm not going to tell you who. I'm not going to tell you the network, Fox. We had to call Major League Baseball and say, you know, can we help you with your schedule? Why are you putting all these like Cub, Cardinal, Dodger, Giant games in the week? Why don't you put your biggest rivalries on the weekend? The TV network had to go to the sport and tell them how to schedule. In the NFL knows how to schedule, but they work with their television partners. I would guess putting a Bronco-Packer game back-to-back same time slot is protection, hedging your bet if Aaron goes to Denver. I don't think it's a coincidence. Maybe it is. But nobody wants in the media loves to give the NFL credit because the NFL doesn't need the media and the media wants to be needed, and they don't need you. They don't need me. They don't need anybody. But they are so much smarter and better run just with their schedule. They thought of everything. To put Darnold against the Jets in week 1 is brilliant. That game is useless potentially by week 6 when the Jets are 1-5. It means nothing. But in week 1, a little revenge game for Sam Darnold at home against the team that dumped him. I'm watching. Really smart. All right. So the Lakers-Knicks played last night. It was actually it was a really entertaining game. I've watched a couple back-to-back Knicks games. They're feisty and fun, and it was a big, meaningful win for the Lakers because New York's a real team. And they won it in overtime. LeBron didn't play.